All right. Good morning, guys. So last class, I know I said that we would start with the wave hands like clouds um, meditation. We haven't done that before, so that's what we're going to start with. Hopefully, you guys practice that at home and got it down. And then throughout the 8 brocades, we'll go into some of the silk reeling that we did a while back. So feet together, right fist, left palm, show courtesy. And okay. So you're going to stand in the neutral position just like we do with our regular meditation. And instead of just standing, you're going to do the wave hands like clouds. Now, doesn't necessarily matter which way you do it because each form, the breath pattern is different depending on which direction you start. So you're going to go one way and breathe in, and the other way and breathe out. Breathing in and out through the nose, just like we do in our normal meditations. And you want to focus your eyes on this like dead center of your palm. So the whole time, your eyes should be focused on the center of your palm. And remember that the turning is not just the hands, and it's not a sideways actions with the hands. The hands are literally just doing this, going up and down like a lever. And you're just what's turning is your body. That said, begin. And we're going to close. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to move on to our normal introductory Qigong. Breathe in and out. Breathe in out. In and out. Next one, remember to squat down low. Breathe in out. In out. in. And out. And closing, breathe in. And out. Cool. So before we go on to the joint warm up, just wanted to say, when you're doing the wave hands like clouds meditation, it's best if you set a timer for like 5 or 10 minutes. It's very easy to kind of get lost in it, especially once you start to build that rhythm. So at home, if you decide to use this as a part of your regular training routine, set a timer for like 5 minutes. I kind of just count in my head, but even then I lose count 90% of the time. Okay. Next stretch. Up. Down. Up. Down. Right side. Switch. Switch. And switch. Neck rotations. Other direction. And shake it out. We're going to move on to La Salle, the waving hands. With this, you want to keep your arm very soft. I know I've explained it before, but the more I do it, the more I understand it, and so on. I can explain it better. So you kind of want your hands to operate like a whip. So it'll snap down once it kind of waves a little bit. So as you come up, you whip down, and you should feel the blood rush to your hands a lot faster that way, as opposed to trying to make a more conscientious effort. Just try to keep it as loose as possible. And begin. And remember to breathe out once the hands pass the legs. and go high. And shake it out. Hands up. Clench the fist. Wrist rotations in. Out. Shoulder rotation forward. Back. Slap the kidneys. Chest. Center. Hip rotations. Other direction. And shake it out. Grab the ball waist turning. Remember to keep the eyes focused on the imaginary ball. Breathe in as you go up. Breathe out as you go down. And breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Other direction. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. Last one. Breathe in. Out. And shake it out. Feet together. Knee rotations. Other direction. And separate the feet. Inward circles. outside, and ankles, inside circles, outside. And switch legs, inside, outside. And shake it out, slap the left side. Switch. Legs. Lower back. Stomach washing. Top of the head. And warm up the hands. Massage the face, forehead. Eyes. Nose. Mouth. Neck. Thyroid. Kidneys. and shake it out. 8 brocades. So in between sets, we'll go over the silk reeling. Number 1, holding up the sky for the triple Warner: digestion, respiration, and elimination. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last one. Breathe in. And out. Next one, pulling the bow, shooting the arrow. Remember to keep the eyes focused on the fingernails you go out. And an additional detail, as you go out, you focus on the fingernail. Once you reach the full extension, you want to focus on something that's in between these two fingers. So I'll focus on the nail and shift my focus something on the wall. Then as I come back, I shift my focus back to the nail. And same story on the other side. All right, let's try it. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last one. In. Out. And the closing. Breathe in. And out. All right. Silk reeling. Hopefully you guys remember, but if not, let's reiterate. So essentially, you're going to be making an infinity sign with your hand. I can speak to it. So, and making the infinity sign and shifting your weight from one side to the other. Now, a large portion of the movement is done with your waist. So the hand does move, but your waist is more or less what's going to drag it across. So Unlike the Tai Chi form, where if my hand is here, I'm not really moving it, maybe an inch or two forward, but what's really getting it to where it needs to be is my waist. This involves a little bit more conscientious effort with regard to the positioning of the hand, but it should be apparent that your waist turning is what's dragging and bringing the arm across. So let's try it. Breathing in one way and breathing out the other. We're gonna do 6 reps on each side. We're gonna do 6 and 2 more exercises on the other side. So we're gonna breathe in and out. And this you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in and out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In and out. Shake it out. And that's it. Pretty simple. So after 2 more reps of the Qigong, do the other side. So number 3, pressing up and down. Remember to get the stretch on one side and compress a little on the other side. Now you don't want to like overdo it, but a little bit goes a long way. And also, 9 out of 10 times the exercises need to start on the left side. However, I've come to understand that it's not about starting on the left side, it's about stimulating the left side. So what I mean by that is it's not about turning to your left, because if I turn to my left and do this, I'm stretching my right side. What you want to make sure you do is turn to your right so that you're stretching your left side. So normally as we go on, I'll remember to do the opposite side to mirror you, but as you practice at home, hopefully without the video, so that you can kind of get used to it and, you know, make it your own. Remember that you need to activate the left side first. I don't know why, but that's just how it's always been done. That's how my teacher taught me. That's how his teacher taught him, and so on. All right. I mean, I don't know if there's I don't think anything negative happens if you don't do it that way per se, because either way you're stimulating both sides. But I imagine they have it that way for a reason. Whether, you know, that reason's valid or not, I don't know. But it doesn't hurt to do it. All right. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last one. In. Out. And closing, breathe in. And out. Very good. Next one, number 4. Remember to open the eyes wide as you go back. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Closing, breathe in. And out. Shake it out. And we're going to do the silk reeling on the other side. Remember to focus on the movement with the waist. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Last one. In. And out. Shake it out. We did 4. Okay, number 5, looking back, wagging the tail. Remember, with this one, you want to get your back as flat as possible. And breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. And out. Shake it out. Okay. 6, jolting back. Remember, grab hold of your left hand and try not to let your head fall back. That didn't feel good. So keep The chin tucked in, not too much, but not too little. And you're essentially moving with your hips. Kind of like that little duck thing that goes into the water. Okay, yeah. And breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. And the closing, breathe in and out. Very good. And next one. So now we're going to do the silk reeling, but with both hands. So same story. The torso drags the hands, but this time we're going in both directions with both hands. Going this way first. And breathing in, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Last one, in and out. Shake it out. All right, last two. Number 7, staring at the fist with angry eyes. Remember to open the eyes wide as you go out and keep the arms a little tense. Breathe in, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. And the closing, breathe in and out. Shake it out. Last one, number 8. Bring the energy to the crown for higher learning. Remember to sort of plop down on the heels a little heavy. And again, if going up all the way, a little uncomfortable, makes you feel unstable, just go up a little bit and plop down. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Now we're going to move on to our seated meditation. I don't really have a easily accessible chair, but it'd be preferable if you have a chair. And sit down. And for today, what do we focus on today? Well, we're just going to focus on our breathing because that's what we're going to do with the Tai Chi form. So today we're going to have a bit of a guided meditation. So I'll be doing the counting for the breaths and try your best to follow along. So the way that we do it, if you haven't done it before, is let's say we inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2 seconds, then breathe in for 4, and the cycle continues. So we're going to start at 4 seconds. I'm going to progress to 6. We'll keep it there for now. As you go on, particularly with your own individual practice, you want to try and raise the time to increase your lung capacity. I can usually do about 10 seconds. Legend has it that my Sifu did like, I want to say 30 seconds. I don't know how, but apparently that's possible. Interesting stuff. Okay, so, and also just a pointer that I feel like I forgot to mention this way back when we meditate with the hands this way, for men, it's the right hand on top. For women, it's the left hand on top. I imagine that has to do with energetic or hormonal differences between the genders. So they switched it. Yeah. But I'm not 100% sure why. That's just the way it is. So let's breathe in for 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Now we move on to a 6 count. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3, and relax for a second, just as a precautionary tale. It sometimes helps to pace your breathing in a choppy fashion. So as opposed to breathing straight for 6 seconds, feel free to like, and then hold 2, 3, then breathe out. That's just to get used to it. So we're going to continue with that for a few more seconds, and we're going to move on to Tai Chi. Let's try it again. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. In. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 2, 3. Last one. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And open your eyes. Slowly stand up. And 24 postures. So first run around. It's going to go through the whole form. After that, we're going to go back, revisit the beginning, and we'll probably take it up to right before the repulse of the monkey so that we can detail that first section's breathing. And then that's what we'll continue to do until we get to the conclusion. All right. Feet together, hands on the side. And begin. All right, let's see how much time we have. We have some time. Okay. Just a challenge for you guys. When you do 24 postures, or from what I've come to know, any Tai Chi form, or most of them probably, if I start here, I should end here. So naturally, if I had the appropriate amount of space, if I go, far that way, I should, by the time I finish the form, I should come right back where I started. What I usually do is, well, what started me with that is some of the kung fu forms are the same way. Not all of them, but some of them you start where you start here, you're supposed to end here. So what I do is I take like a knife or whatever, something to put on the floor, so that wherever I start, it's marked. So I can make a conscious decision to say, okay, I need to adjust this much, I need to adjust here, so that I can end where I started. Same thing with 24. Usually when I practice 24, if I'm outside in the grass way back before coronavirus was a thing, same story, I'd stab a knife in the ground so that I have something obviously there sticking out. If I'm inside, like at the Kung Fu school, I'll find like a picture on the wall and I'll start there. And if when I finish, I'm over here, I know I need to adjust however much to be in line with that picture by the time I finish. So food for thought. Now, let's start with the intro and take it from there. So again, with the breathing, you want to keep the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and you want to let the saliva accumulate until you conclude the form or you conclude the section that you're drilling. Now, as I've been practicing over the week, I've been kind of looking into that to see like, okay, what is the difference when I don't practice that way? What is the difference when I do? I noticed that when I do practice that way and I let the saliva build, there is a difference from that than your normal saliva. And it's kind of weird talking about saliva, but whatever. So it should feel more bubbly, if that makes any sense. And I don't know why that is, but whenever I do Tai Chi and Qigong and I have that proper alignment, I'm focusing on keeping the saliva building until the conclusion of the form. I find that it's more bubbly than usual. So maybe that's something to look out for as you practice so that you know that you're doing something right. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go through the form. And just in case you don't remember or you don't know, the reason that we build the saliva that way is that, they call it the golden elixir of life. It builds differently, has more chi, more energy, and the enzymes and all that stuff. Again, don't know how true all that stuff is, but it was taught to me, so I teach it to you, and I do it in the hopes that it does something. But at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt me to do it. If it does something excellent, if it doesn't do anything, that's the worst thing that can happen, is that it doesn't do anything. Okay. So the first movement is an inhale. So you breathe in. Then as you step out and revert back to your center, breathe out. Now what I mean by center is that the weight is even 50-50. So here I'm centered. Now as soon as I start lifting this foot, the weight is shifting. Now I'm off center. Most of my weight's on this leg, so I revert back to center as I exhale. Now I'm centered. Now breathe in as the hands come up, and breathe out as the hands go down. Then turn. Breathe in. Turn the hands. Breathe out. And as you come back to grab the ball, you inhale again. And that's essentially going to be the pattern continuing on till you get to the strum de lutte. So you pretty much grab the ball and exhale. Grab the ball and exhale. Or if it's the brush, knee, and push, you exhale here, then breathe in on the wind up. So let's detail that intro one more time before we continue. So breathing in, step out, breathe out. Breathe in as you raise the hands. Breathe out as you drop. Turn, raise the hands, breathe in. Turn the hands, turn the waist as you breathe out. And grab the ball, breathe in. As you step out to brushing the horse's mane, it's an exhale. And grab the ball and inhale. Then as you step out, brush the horse's mane, exhale. Grab the ball, inhale. Brush the horse's mane, exhale. Now you've exhaled here, and we're going to stop at white crane spreads wings. Inhale and exhale. That way you can do the proper breathing for the next part. So let's try, and yeah, we're just going to leave it there. Okay, again. So sink, breathe in, step out, exhale. Draw the hands forward and up, inhale, exhale. Turn, raise the hands, inhale. Turn the hands, turn the waist, exhale. Now keep in mind the hands are not moving. It's my waist that's moving my hands. Grab the ball, inhale. Step out, brush the horse's mane and exhale. Breathe in. Grab the ball. Breathe out, brush. Breathe in, grab the ball. Breathe out, brush. And white crane spreads wings, shift back and inhale. Push forward and exhale. And that is time. Okay, so practice. And as you practice, remember to gradually increase your repetitions. Now in class, we struggle to make an hour because there's so much stuff we have to do. You have to do Qigong. I like to incorporate some other exercises. Like we should be stretching today because we didn't stretch today. But imagine if we did that, we wouldn't have had the time to go through the Tai Chi form, all that other stuff. So a big portion of your own development is, it's your responsibility, just like my own development is my responsibility. If if I went to the Kung Fu and my teacher was like, okay, here's your movements for today. I'm like, all right, awesome. Thank you. Have a nice day. Then I go home and I don't practice, or, okay, you have this move coming up. You need to get your split down by Friday. Okay. Then I don't practice. I don't get my split down.